Thursday, Hawaiian Day. I'm not sure if you got the message or not. You got to check those updates. We're going to continue with science this morning. I wanted to continue our exploration of variables. I know we're working through pendulums to do that. Today we're going to explore the variable of release position. Before we get into that investigation, I want you guys to go into breakout rooms and have a short discussion about if we're going to test release position, which variables should we control? I'll give you guys a minute to go talk about that. Hey, now that we're back from talking about it, let's discuss it in whole group. What are the variables we should choose to control while exploring to see if release position affects the number of swings a pendulum can make in 15 seconds? I'll give you guys some time to talk about that. Hey, great, now that you're back, let's talk about our investigation today. As you guys had said, we will control the length of string. We will control the mass, which is the penny. Good job on that one. And the one variable that we are going to be changing, our independent variable, will be our release position. So we can measure things against something. We have to have a standard release position. So I've chosen for us today that our standard release position will be when our string is horizontal to the surface of the table. So you would simply on Mr. Locke's 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, release, count 1, 2, and so on for your 15 seconds. Let's go ahead and take that data right now. We'll do it 4 times. The reason why we do it 4 times is so that we have multiple trials and we can kind of collect our data and start to see that it does match up. Let's go ahead and take our 4 trials at a standard release position, being horizontal to the table. Give us a minute to do that. Hey, welcome back, guys. As we can see our data, let's go ahead and see if this variable will affect the number of swings by choosing a second release position. And this time I want you guys to come down somewhere pretty close to where you see this right here. Okay, it's probably about halfway between would be 45 degrees. We're going down to about 50 or 60, almost 75 degrees to just let this swing on Mr. Locke's 3, 2, 1, and you're going to gather your data for 15 seconds. And once again, we'll do that 4 times. Let's go ahead and get an opportunity to do that from that very low swinging point to see if release position affects. Hey guys, welcome back. Now that we've done 2, you might start to see something in your data. Let's try this again. 4 more times, a brand new release position, keeping all of our variables that were controlled the same. The length of string is the same, the mass is the same, the paper clip is the same. The only variable we're testing is release position. Let's find a new one. This time when you guys do this, I don't want it horizontal. I don't want it down here at 75 degrees. I want it right in here at about 45 degrees, okay? 40, 35 degrees. I'm gonna keep all this nice and straight. I get to about 35 degrees. And I give you guys a 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, and for 15 seconds. Once we've done that, we're gonna have to take a look at the data and see what we think. We'll go back to that poll we took in the beginning of the class when I asked you guys, does release position affect the number of swings a pendulum makes in 15 seconds? Yesterday, 96% of us thought that the mass, changing the mass, would have an effect. It didn't. What did we learn today? Let me know.